late. Ah! Look at that, 87 viewers and dropping. Oh my goodness, it's Formula Holo once again. It's day 4. 4 more races left. Today is rounds 7 and 8. Let's get rolling, lads. Greetings, salutations, good day and hi, and welcome once again to FH rounds 7 and 8, Paul Ricard and Mugello. Let's have a look at the table of points. As you can see, Mio is still on top of the championship standings with 203 points. First to crack the 200-point barrier. Second is Shogun Noel, 192. Third, Reine, 188. Kiara, 179. Holo Marine, 152. So it is October 2nd. We've reached the month of October. It's our VT League pre-show. It's our VT League pre-show. 4 more races left, and as you can see, the top half of the standings, and so you can see how they're doing. And at the bottom half of the table, of course, all of E and Gen 2 is still on the bottom half. Ayunda Risu still without a single point to her name. 6 rounds down, qualified for 4. Accidents on all of them, and the other 2 she failed to qualify. Maybe she might get points, who knows. Anyway, let's have a look at our Constructors' Championship. We have ourselves still Usada Kensetsu Gen 3, still with an absurd lead over second place EN Gen 1 Watson Industries. Moon Architect ID Gen 1 still way behind the rest of the pack because Risu has an inability to score points. Gen 3, you'll be crazy to hear that half of the races so far this series were won by Gen 3 members, all different Gen 3 members. But hopefully we'll be able to see someone else get a race win. Maybe we see a first-time race winner, maybe we see Risu finally score points. We'll just see what happens as we open up our vector. And we'll just cut off the music. Wait for the there you are. So 89 viewers here as we'll begin our first of 2 races for today. This is going to be round number 7 at Paul Ricard, Le Castellet, France. A little over 5.5 kilometer. At first, we were going to race for 19 laps. I don't know how I managed to get 19 laps in 20 minutes. I tested it again, and I can get to 12 at best. So we'll take the 12 laps and add 1 to it. So this race will be 13 laps, lads. 13 laps. Not 19, not 12, but a nice round 13. Alright. This circuit sucks. What engine does this use? It's the same as F4CC. Yes, same game as what was used previously, including same cars. We just use different tracks. Some tracks the same as used in F4CC. A lot of them quite new. We have Constructors Championship. We have the Drivers Championship. We have a duplicate driver we have to get rid of. And there's supposed to be a new standings tower on the left-hand side. That's I'm going to try out the new TV HUD, the HUD HUD thingy. As we see Enma come out. So I suppose this is supposed to be the Paul Ricard circuit. It's rather narrow. First you go around this chicane, and then another short straight section, and then you reach the bowl of this spoon, the spoon-shaped area. Go around, around, and around, and then you go to the other side, where you meet another long section. Only a slight elevation change, but this is supposed to be a relatively flat circuit. A slight interruption with another chicane. Watch your brake usage there. And then another straight section before you reach what looks like some sort of shoe. Yeah, it does look like a shoe of some sort. Go around the toe of the boot, and then go inside, and then a few more crazy turns, just like that. And then when you start seeing grandstands are almost home free, and there you are. You made it through this H-triple-T. High-tech test track. Alright, we need a grid of 36 drivers. Those are the only drivers that will get to qualify for the race. Alright. Alright, who will qualify for the race? Certainly not Risu. That's 7 down without scoring. Get your shit together, Risu. Goodness. Iris, for the first time, misses out on a race. Iris misses out for the first time this series. Luna doesn't qualify. Reine, the winner of the previous race, fails to qualify for Paul Ricard. It's that curse yet again. Race winner fails to qualify for the race, or if they do qualify, they fail to score points. Anya is not in. No Mei, no Suisse, no J-Chad. The two previous race winners both failed to qualify. No Akiros, unfortunately no Ina, no Polka, no Yofi. Callie's not in, Gura's not in. No Botan, and no Akayu. Get it together, Miofatori. And goodness gracious, once again, Mio will begin in the top 5 position on the starting grid. Why is Mio so good at the qualification when she does qualify? Anyway, your starting grid of 30-something 6 drivers consists of Watame, Central, Rushia, who's actually second to last in the current standings. She does need points to not be too deep at the bottom of the table. Mio will start off 4th. Azuki, Ayame, Kanata Lami Fubuki, Melchion Kone, and 13, 14, 15 is Flare Subaru and then Ame. And then H on Choco Kiara. And Anima Matsuri and Sana. Muna Miko Ali. (25 to 27). We have Sora, Aqua, Fauna. Kroni, Genma, Pekara. Bells, Hachama, Roboco. And Toa Noel Nene. And that is indeed your starting grid, and that's indeed your starting grid for this race. Does Nene think racing is real? What are you talking about, man? I only recognize Subaru on Lotte and Krone and SoftBank. Well, this is F1, not NPB. So hope you enjoy racing. Anyway, locking the grid. 13 laps. Top 30 classified drivers will score, provided that you complete at least 90% race distance, which in this case is 12 laps. 100 points for the winner, 1 point for 30th place. And we are set to go with 102 viewers in the SciTube. They're all hololive members. And no holo stars, just hololive members and some staff members. Alright, let's not waste any more time. Let's race! Musica Watame is in pole position. We're waiting for the lights to go out. From Paul Ricard, round number 7. And it's lights out, and away we go! Here comes Watame and Marine. They're all out of the grid. And everyone is about to approach the first tricky couple turns. 13 laps. And everyone made it through cleanly, I suppose. Central has the lead as they approach the spoon section of the course. And I think everyone should make it through okay. I don't see anyone have any issues there. Ubuki is without a rear wing, because those rear wings and front wings easily pop off. And they all approach another S section. Careful about the tires, everyone is good. And they approach the shoe. Marine, as you know, won round number 3. Round number 3 at Fuji. Marine wants to keep the dominance of Gen 3 intact this series. Gen 3, the Constructors Champion of the 3rd series, which is rather fitting, I must say. Gen 3 winning Series 3, as Marine will cross the start-finish line and complete the first lap. Just a couple drivers as they around these silly turns, and everyone seems to look fine. A couple drivers have to go in pit lane. That's Bells and Fubuki. Also scored her first points at Zandvoort after 5 consecutive misses. Finished 4th at the Dutch circuit. Fubuki and May will both make it through their first lap without issue. Everyone seems to be fine, as far as I'm concerned. Let's have a look at some of the drivers, their point of view. Look at this close pack of drivers. This is a wide open, relatively flat circuit. The only thing testing the drivers are their ability to handle the tight turns. There's some elevation changes then and there, but it's all turns. And Marine is good. So here's Marine, and here's Watame wanting to make a move. Trying to get close to her, try to overtake her for the lead. But Marine keeps ahead of Watame. There it is. Of course it's Mio. That's a championship leader right there. Yet to win a race this series. Her best is 2nd at Kyalami this series. Going around these turns, and Fubuki and Bells understandably still well behind. And I just missed this gorgeous overtake by Watame to take the lead from Marine. But Marine wants to grab it right back. Not quite this case. Not quite this time. Nice camera work, thank you. I try do different camera angles so as not to so as to break the monotony. I tested a lot of circuits, and a couple of them I have to reject because this viewpoint, as you see here, the Watame's viewpoint, this is the only viewpoint, the behind the car view, and there's no swingman view like what I use normally. Nice wider view of the cars battling each other on the circuit. So Marine is within 0.15 seconds of Ookami Mio, a little under 2 seconds behind. And so far, no one seems to have had any issues with the driving. Just about everyone is fine. The only issue, as the cars almost run into the camera right there, is Fubuki being one lap behind. Did Watanabe win a race previously? I can't seem to recall. I'll have to wait until the race concludes. I'll have to wait until this race concludes so I can see if it might be her second win or if it's her first win. Well, Ian Gen 2 is not completely shit. Their best two performing drivers, Sana and Fauna, are within the points. Just within points. Of course, in these positions, they would only give out. You would only get single points for these finishes, but it's better than nothing at all. And the driver's down, and Muna has unfortunately struck out. So that's the first failure of the race. ID Gen 1, not a good series, with one of their drivers having not been able to score any points yet, and Muna crashing out midway through. As the drivers all go left and right. Meanwhile, Enma seems to be having a bit of an issue. Oh, she keeps slipping and sliding. But she rights herself. Only losing about a couple of spots. As the cars have to deal with some tricky chicane once again. And Fauna somehow has gone down all the way to 33rd, and can you believe it? 3 council members all the way down to the 30s. With Fubuki rendering herself a relative non-threat. Only Sana is in the points for that team so far as the cars go in. Mio has gone up to P2. Marine, a slight hit down to 3rd. 4th is Korone and 5th is Zazuki. Because as you know, Miyafutori, the hololive gamers team, can go as high as they could, yet they still can't seem to grab their grab their first race win as of yet. Ditto for the Council, even though the Council is a new team for this series. And well, yes, I could use a refresh on my SciTube page so I can see the emotes and put in the proper one. There we go. Look, it's Mio getting very close to Watame. Oh, Ollie! There's an issue. Look at that. Look at how wide they're going. That's 3-4 wide. You would normally say that for IndyCar races on ovals, but this is Formula 1 racing. Formula Holo racing. Under F1 ovals, I should say. Six to go. Watame still on top. And the car is slow. I think a couple cars may be slow. No, they might need stops at pit lane. I don't know. Watame has only increased her distance from Mio. And same for Mio towards Marine. Time difference between Marine and Mio. Here you go. That's 0.8 between Watame and Mio, and what? Look at this. This Marine is very close to Mio. 0.2 seconds within. Yeah, Marine wants to get back up to second. As Watame crosses start-finish once again, 5 to go. And the gap is over 2 seconds now between Watame and Mio. Oh, the real battle of the wolf chasing the sheep. Just like in that old-school fable. Wolf chasing sheep. But who's going to end up highest on the food chain after this race is done and dusted? So far it's looking quite good for Tsunamaki Watame of Gen 4. Pink Cat? What are you talking about? There's no Pink Cat in FH. .915, still quite a healthy lead for Watame. But there's 4 to go after this one. Top 5 seems relatively unchanged. Rushia, who's second to last in the standings, still doing quite fine. 6th place. 6th place at the moment, wants to get up to top 5 if possible. Doing an absurdly good job from a pole position start. Seems to know the ins and outs of this circuit relatively well. Sana is still barely within the points. And it's looking very good for Watame still. Lead has gone up to 2.5. Korone has moved up to the podium spot, just behind her teammate Mio. And Korone wants to go up ahead over Mio. But Mio still remains steadfast in 2nd. At this point. And Rushia has gone up to P4. Marine somehow has dropped to 6th. As they try to go around this tire barrier. The gap has widened a bit between Korone and Mio. And here comes Rushia. She'll jump ahead of Korone. Rushia has gone up to a podium spot, gone up to P3. Rushia getting desperate, wants to stay alive in the championship hunt with how low she is in the points table. The podium finish might do well, and she might as well get the podium finish because which team is she in? Generation 3, of course. They're just too effing good, lads. Rushia wants to challenge Mio, but she seems to be having a little bit of a problem with her handling, and Mio just gets further and further away from Rushia. But she still seems to have a sort of a nice lead over Korone still, as Watame's lead only gets larger and larger, 3.2. Some slight shifting in the points in the top 10, but not much. And here's Watame. Just needing to go around this corner And she is going to get on the board. She's going to score points. That's 12 laps done, over 90% race distance, so she's good. Rushia is good. Mio also good. So Watame, Mio, Rushia, Kurone, Azuki, your top 5. Tsunamaki Watame leading for almost the entire race. Just too good. She is the best driver in her generation so far this series. And she handles this section with no issue. Rushia wants to get ahead of Mio for a possible P2. Not likely that Mio or Rushia would be able to challenge Watame. They're going to get second or third at best, I think. Watame just has the shoe left and a few more silly turns, and then she's good to go. And here comes Tsunamaki Watame being greeted by the French crowd at Paul Ricard. Just one last turn. One last turn for the Watame. Magic is real, lads. Tsunamaki Watame is your winner at Paul Ricard. And coming home to second, Rushia has overtaken Mio for second. And two Miofatori drivers finish in the top 5. Mio gets the last podium spot. Azuki finishes 5th as the drivers all come home and score points. That's the victory for Uber Sheep right there. Tsunamaki Watame wins at Paul Ricard. As for the rest of the drivers, still lag behind. Everyone will be classified except for Muna. Oli, Aqua, and Nenashi certainly will not score points. Bells misses out on points, unfortunately. Crony and Fana will get a dismally small amount of points right there. While where is Sana? She'll finish 20th for not a whole lot. Will go in and park herself. She'll go in at Park Ferme along with the other top 3 members. Rushia and Mio, the other top 3 finishers, are all in. And we are going to lock in the points. As why is the volume all the way up to that much? That need not happen. I didn't need to have a 125% volume on VLC, implying cone. Watame, Rushia, Mio, Kurone, Azuki, Marine. The game only appears paused because I don't have the game window focused. I'm just typing down names on Notepad. Shion, Lamy, Subaru, Subaru, Ayame, Kanata, Achan, Machuli, Flair, Noel. Flair and Noel finish right next to each other. That's what you call pottery, ladies and gentlemen. Kiara finishes 17th, 18 mil, 19 Choco, Sana, Miko, Toa, Genma, Hachima, Roboco, Coroni, Fauna, Enma, Pekko, Sura, all get points. Bells, no points. Ollie, no points. Aqua, no points. Nene, no points. Fubuki, no points. Muna, accident. All good. And yes, did I forget to remind people about the spreadsheet, the Google Doc? Yeah, it's in the description of this video if you wanna have a look at it. But yeah, here are the points. Here are the points. Gruesome, isn't it? 175, 60, 50, 45, 40, 38, 36, yada yada. And ding ding ding, they're all in, and medal counts. Medal counts. I'm pretty sure Mio will remain on top of the championship standings. Need to have a look at it. Yeah, but Watame is definitely catching up. Watame has gone up to second in the Drivers' Championship. And Noel is third. Kiara is fourth, and Marine is fifth. First, I gotta lock in the medal counts. That is Watame's first race win, Rushia's second podium finish, second place finish, and Mio's first third place finish. So we do have a first time race winner. Congratulations to Watame, and she moves up to second in the championship standings. Once again, Mio is leading the Drivers' Championship with 263 points. Watame 248, Noel 212, Kiara 197, Marine 192. And we have a new driver second to last in the standings, and unfortunately it's a council member. And it's a Mei. So 16 points, only 16 points. Only second to last behind, you guessed it, Tree Rat. Alright, so I'll be back in just a moment, and then we will begin round number 8 of this fourth series. We are going to go to Mugello next, so please stick around. This is Formula Holo Sports Series. Back in just a moment. Okay, okay. I'm back in. After this brief pit stop, we are going to get back in. And we are going to go to round number 8, the Mugello Circuit, another Italian circuit. And reopen up the game somehow. And we're gonna open this up. Tuscan Grand Prix, scheduled for 14 laps. 14 laps. Thank you. This is not a truck racing series. This is an open wheel series. Mugello should be a nice track, yeah. As we go ahead and open up the circuits, and hopefully it's on race weekend and not testing. It should be race weekend, yeah. Yeah. And I got a bit too ahead of myself and opened up the circuit. Forgot to mention the Constructors' Championship standings, and we all know which team's leading so far and which team is bottom of the table. So why even bother? Why even bother? Gen 3's good. You can just check the spreadsheet on your own terms, lads. And look, they're all changing colors for no discernible reason. Oh God, qualification has just begun as cars explode out of that's one singular point. I suppose we'll follow through all these viewpoints. Yeah, you just go through one turn and then go around and around and around. And this area is rather nondescriptive. It's just turns that are not too deep, but can be a decent challenge. Nice, picturesque views of the Tuscan countryside. The crowds in the hills holding up signs, rooting for their favorite hololive members. And then a couple more hairpin turns. You're almost there. Just the intersection, and then you're good to go. Yes, once you reach the straightaway in the middle of the circuit, then that's how you complete a lap at the historic Mugello Circuit. Because which Italian road course wouldn't be famous? They're just about all nice to drive on. Alright, so let's see if Risu actually would qualify. I don't know if she does. Perhaps not, but let's see. And thankfully, Risu does seem to make the cut, but just barely. And Ame is a no-go. We seem to have 3 no-goes for Akakin Kinsetsu. 3 at least. So, no Ayami, no Subaru. Kiara fails to qualify. And Muna continues to keep her team rather disappointed. And 3 no-goes for Mio Fattori. Another missed opportunity for Mio. With 3 drivers gone, where is the remaining driver? Okay. No Genma, no Nenichi, no Aqua, no Enma, no Miko, no Mel, no Mio, no Sana nor Fauna, and no Suisse. But the rest are just about all in, and we're just gonna slowly climb to pole position. And 3, 2, 1. Shogun and Noel. We'll start off at pole. Yes, it's surprise, surprise. Gen 3, who's starting off at pole. Shogun and Noel, as you know, won at Baku. Just it was on the tip of my tongue. Baku, and then she also won at Las Vegas this series. So Noel is in. J Chad Bells will start off 3rd. That's probably the highest starting position for any council member. And then Ina, Azuki, Kali. Flare, Shion, and Rushia. Roboco, Botan, Lammy. Immemorial Luna, Natsuya Matsuri, Gagura. Luna, Matsuri, and Gura. Gorne, Anya, and Choco. And H-Chan, Watame, and Kanata. Pekara, Iofi, Sora. And Ollie, Reine, and Mume. Finally, we finally get to see Mei drive Toa, Polka, and Hachima. And who do we have here? Iris, Risu, Kuroni. Marine, Ame, and Aki Rose. And that's a grid. 14 laps, and we have 132 viewers tuning in. For those of you just tuning in, welcome. This is FH. This is Formula Holo. And this is a round number 8 of 10, so this is an elimination race for many of the drivers that are outside of that are more than 200 points behind the top drivers in the championship standings. Anyway, I don't want to waste any more time. We should be set to begin. Everyone should be on the grid and good to go as I put in the music, and everyone is on the grid, and cars warmed up on the warm-up lap. The tires up, and the last few cars will go on the grid, and the music is up. Sugar and Noel is starting on top, waiting for all lights to go out. And it's lights out, and away we go. Noel and who else? J Chad, the front two, as they all exit the starting grid, going up the funny curves and approach the first turn. And the first turn is just about clean, and I can't see what's going on. First few turns are fine. Bells has moved up to the lead over Noel. She wants to see a bit of chaos after this relatively clean round number 7. As the drivers go around the area, they're going to go up a bit and then reach another silly section. And now the slight lefts and rights. And the first set of drivers are just about good. And here comes Bay. And she is going to be your leader after this opening lap of 14. Second is Noel. Third is Flair, because Noel and Flair are both inseparable. And all 36 drivers make it through the opening lap without having to pit. So it's a clean opening lap. Bells leads by a tiny sliver over 2 seconds. Try not to fall for the trap at the detour, following the correct path to victory instead of going way off turn. And everyone seems to be doing fine here in the back of the pack. And no change after the second lap. Bells still leads, and no change to the top 3. It's still Bells, Noel, and Flair. Heck, let's make it 3 Gen 3 drivers in the top 10. Because where is the parity in this series? And a bit of an issue for Marine. Currently well behind the rest of the pack. Gura may be having some issues. Oh, someone has slid out, and it's Iofi who's been having issues because Moon Architect is continuing to disappoint when Yokotori have in previous series. I want to see how Meme's doing. Meme is 18th at the moment. Still Bells, Noel, Flair in the top 3. Meme still holding steady. Risu is within points right now. She's currently at 22. Bells leading by 4.688. A big lead over Noel and Flair. Nico Spells wants to give the council their first race win. Even though she may be well below many of the drivers on the points table. And Gura will have to be in the pit area. Krone's just exiting out of pit. And Gura is at risk of being lapped by Bells. And Kurane is 35th. Which is awful for her team, since her other three teammates did not even qualify for this race. Rushia, who finished second at Paul Ricard, finding her footing there. Keeping steady in the top 10. Yeah, perhaps the rhombus is a bit too angular for Gura. That's why she's struggling at the moment. And Risu is she's racing, still trying to remain alive, not wanting to get shut out. At this positioning, she would get points, only 8 points for a 23rd place finish, but that's definitely going to be out of the races. Anya somehow manages to crash out. Once again, Anya gets a DNF. Toa almost makes a mistake. our first crash of the race. It has been clean so far in these first few laps, but now mistakes were had. So Anya is out. Bells are started up at P3, still good somehow. Luna has gone up to P5. Look at how close second, third, and fourth are to each other. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. There might be some opportunities for overtakes in some of these turns. But the turns just aren't deep enough, I feel. And Bells still leads. And Risu is still 22nd. Anyway, Bell's lead is still just shy of 7 seconds. And Meme's doing fine, I think. Highly unlikely she'll remain alive in the championship standings, considering her current position. But just getting to race might be good enough for her at this point. Choco having a bit of an issue. Almost runs into Reine, but they're both still okay. Oh, Toa, careful. And Bales still leading. As she wanted to do. Lead has dropped down a slight bit, just 4 seconds. And why not? 3 members of Usada Kensetsu in the top 5. They can't keep getting away from it. They just can't. They're just no words. They're just too good. Let's wait to see if there's any issues with the drivers around this section. Hardly. And no DNF yet. No new DNF yet. Just still Anya. Still just Anya. That's a no-go. Pekra's only at P22, but I don't see what else she needs to do when a bunch of team members are in the top 5. She can just coast where she is, and she'll be hunky dory the rest of the way through. And yeah. .912. Still perfectly content with her position so far. Yeah, the music is good. Just to wake up the crowd. So you wouldn't have to hear just engine noises and gears shifting and cars slamming into walls and stuff and my ugly sounding commentary. 4 to go. And Bell's lead has gone up again to 5.4. And nobody in this set of 3 are even trying to challenge each other. Nobody wants to risk crashing out at this point. They're just fine as they are. Perhaps a bit too early for them to try to rub into the podium spots. Lucia already has a podium finish of her own this series, so she's fine with letting others take the podium here at Mugello. .553. A slight drop in the lead for Bells, but it's still a relatively significant lead for her. Checking on Iris. She's okay. Iris is okay. Meme is not okay. She's out of the points at the moment. 33rd. Not good. And Risu has gone up to 14th. Risu is wanting to get back in it. She just has like a 2.5 laps left to score a nice portion of points for herself and her team. And finally, the Gen 3 drivers are threatening Bells. 2 to go. Noel has gotten closer to Bells. The fight is on for these drivers. This may be a close finish. as it's now time to get a move on for Shirogane Noelle. As you know, she finished with the wooden spoon in the first series with 0 points. So far, the only case of a driver having not scored points throughout the entirety of a series. And since then, she has managed to win 2 races. And Noelle is looking for her third, and she's looking to grab the championship lead away from Mio, who has not qualified for Mugello, who failed to qualify for Mugello. Bells has the lead with 1 to go. Rusia has gone up to third. Still 2, 3, and 4 for Gen 3. Luna remains 5th. Might be a close battle. A close battle to the finish, but Bells still remains firmly ahead of Noelle. 1.739. That might be good if she can just pass through these tricky turns. Looks good for Bells. And how crazy it is that the Council will get their first win before Myofutori could even do so, and Bales is just one last turn away from securing the victory. And Hekos Bells has done it! Hekos Bells wins at Mugello. That is her first victory in FH. That is the Council's first race win. Shirogane Noelle comes home in second. Rusia gets third. 3 Gen 3 drivers in the top 5. Shirogane Noelle, I think, will go up to the lead in the Drivers' Championship, while her team's lead in the Constructors' Championship only gets larger and larger. And congratulations to Ayunda Risu, finally getting on the board with her first points of the championship. 22 points. While Meme continues to disappoint, I believe she'll be the new bottom dweller in the championship standings. And we had 2 accidents, that's Azuki and Anya. Azuki, a disappointing no score for her from a start of P5. Bell started off at P3 and takes home the victory for the Hololive Council. Race not seemingly as chaotic as one might hope, but chaos still wins the round. Even though I doubt she'll still remain in the championship standings. But a win for Bay. As we lock in the points. So, Bells gets to win, Noelle gets place, Rusia gets to show. And Luna, Flare, rounding out the top 5, Botan is 6th, and J-Chad, A-Chan, Kelly and Roboco round out the top 10. So J Chad, A Chan, Kelly, Roboco, wow, over 150 viewers. That is massive. So thanks for tuning in, lads. Just need to finish up the points. We need to see how the championship standings are. Roboco, Ina, Shion, Sora, Ollie, Risu, Watame, Hachima, Iris, Pekora, Polka, Marine, Reine, Ame, Choco, Yofi, Akirose, and Crony, Toa, Gura, and Kanata. They all get points. No points for Crony. So Milfi busts out in this round without scoring. Meme fails to score. Lamy and Matsuri don't score. And Azuki and Anya both crash out without troubling the standings much. And we are going to lock in the points. And yes, I did spell Akirose's name right in the file. Your top three once again for Mugello are Bells, Noel, and Rushia. And Gen 3 continues to dominate. We have a new championship leader. That's Shiragan and Noel. You guessed it, Usada Kensetsu Gen 3. Watame still in the top 2 with 268 points. And Mio goes down again to 3rd, 263 points. Hosho Marine on 202 points. And Reine and Kiara are both on 197 points, but Reine has a race win this series. Kiara's best finish so far is 2nd. So Reine is 5th and Kiara is 6th. And Risu moves up from 52nd to 49th. And Meme is your new bottom dweller on 16 points. So congratulations, Bells. That is the Council's very first podium finish, and that is also a race win. And Noel gets her first silver placement, and Rushia her first bronze placement. And why, yes, we do need to eliminate a whole crapload of drivers because there's only 2 races left. Anyone below 87 points has been officially eliminated from championship contention, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 imposters ejected, and 30 imposters remain. So say goodbye to these drivers' championship hopes. So Ollie, Sana, Ina, Hachima, Lamy, Miko, Ayame Towa, Nenechi, Fana, Aki Rose, Muna, Iofi, Enma, Okayu, Kroni, Gura, Fubiki, Risu, Genma, and Meme are all out of contention for the 4th Series championship. And we're going to wrap things up for today, as we will bring in Bell's vehicle. And there it is, your race winner at Mugello. Americans should be banned from pronouncing Japanese names. Come on, I'm just trying my best. So your top 3 at Paul Ricard are Watame, Rushia, and Mio. Your top 3 at Mugello are Bells, Noel, and Rushia. 2 first-time race winners in this series. 2 first-time race winners in FH, and we have 2 more races to go in the championship tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 1500 UTC. 2 hours before Cup time, and we'll also have it streamed here on the main 4cc side tube. We wrap up the 4th Series Championship with races at the Hard Rock Stadium Circuit in Miami, and the championship race, round number 10, at the Streets of Adelaide. Who's going to win that gold star on her vehicle? Find out tomorrow. Find out tomorrow on SciTube or on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. It's less than an hour until VT League Day 3 action, so be sure to tune in. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the dive grass. I'll see you tomorrow as we wrap up the Formula Holo 4th Series for the win right here on SciTube. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Saturday. Sadag.